Morning, gang. It's Sunday, the 4th of February 2018. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk. I've got a lovely cup of extra strong Harrods number 14 breakfast tea that I've just had this morning. So I shall be bouncing. I'm firing away here, dear. I'm full of life and energy. Are you feeling full of life and energy this morning? Are you? Although I wasn't when I woke up at 7:20 this morning. I must admit, I wake up about 7:20 on a Sunday. Had my breakfast. Now this morning, my overnight oats. Instead of doing it in normal yogurt, I did it in that Alpro yogurt stuff. Because I'm trying to come away from all the dairy as well as being vegetarian. I'm trying to ease myself into veganism. Oh yes. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not going to be a militant virginist? No, not a virginist. What does I say? Veganist. I'm not going to be a militant veganist. You know, if I walk past your house and you're cooking a couple of bird's eye burgers under the grill, I'm not going to come in and chop your heads off or anything like that. Don't worry. Don't worry. But I'm kind of moving that way. So I thought I'd try the Alpro yogurt this morning, which is, I use soya milk. So I've got the Alpro yogurt. But quite frankly, not a very nice taste. It almost tastes, how can I put it, powdery. I mean, it isn't powdery, but it kind of tastes a bit powdery. Isn't that strange and mysterious? Really is. Anyway, I had it this morning. I've got another 3 pots in there. Because, of course, I bought 4 pots because they were on special offer, didn't I? No, not knowing what they taste like. I bought 4 pots of this stuff. Well, I've had one and I didn't really like it. So I'll try another one. I think Coco do one as well. Koko. I'm sure they do a yogurt as well. So I'll try that as well. So I had that this morning. Then I got all warm clothes on and dressed up to go on my bike. It's very, very cold this morning on the bike, I have to say. Now, I've got these gloves. You know, I got these gloves. These are my cycling gloves. I've actually got 2 pairs of these. When I sent off for these, I don't know why, but 2 pairs arrived on different days. So someone obviously made a mistake in the. Of course, I did not send them back. No, I'm sorry, I didn't. Their mistake. I kept. Finders keepers, losers weepers. Weeping away they are. So I put these on, and these are very warm, but I do find the tips of my fingers get very cold. And in the end, what you do, and I don't do it, not both hands at the same time, but what I do is kind of, while it's on the handlebars like that, it's like you kind of move it back a little bit, and then you close your hand. You're like, inside that is a fist now. Look. No fingers. No fingers. Don't worry, they haven't been amputated. Look at that. Look. You know. So I close my hands like that, and then I put them back through again. You can do this while you're holding onto the handlebars, and then I do the same with the other glove. But my fingers were very cold this morning as I went into church. Father David was waiting there for me as well. And I said, morning, Father. I said, bit cold today. He said, oh, you're on your bike again? He said, oh, wrong weather for cycling, which it was, you know. So we had mass and all that. Vivian was a little bit upset this morning because, and I quote, the reader was a bit careless. That's what Vivian says to me. Vivian's proper Catholic, right? She don't muck about, but she will have a joke. She don't like mistakes made, and she thought the reader this morning was a bit careless. I love it. We love Vivian. So I've come back here, cycled back home, come straight upstairs, made myself a cup of tea, and here we are chatting together. So good morning to you. Loads and loads of news today. Loads of news. Let's just go to some of your messages. Good morning to Joanna. Morning, Joanna, who joins us on YouTube this morning. Haven't seen you for a while, lovey. Hope you're well. There's only one YouTube feed now. One YouTube feed, which I hope has sorted out the little problem with messages not getting to me and all that. All right. Good morning to Gary Davidson. Sad news from Gary Davidson this morning. His cat Tom died last night, 19 years old. I'm sorry, Gary. Did you how did that happen? Did you kind of wake up and there he was asleep, or did you have to? I hate, you know, the whole vet thing is just, it's, you know, I've had to do that twice for my own cats. You know, gone to the vet and not come home with the little creature itself, but I think. if you kind of wake up and they're gone already, I think that's, I'm not making light of it, but it seems easier to me than having to think, oh, I've got to take it to the vet and I don't think she's coming back or he's coming back, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You know, I'd rather have got up and found my cat asleep in the kitchen on her own, you know, never to wake up again, rather than have had to go to the vet because she's so ill and then have to make that awful, dreadful decision. My heart goes out to you, Gary. 19, I think it's about average for a cat, isn't it? Eh? So sorry about that, Gary. Sorry about that. Good morning to Kim Witt this morning. Morning, Kimmy. Sarah Lou Lace. Good morning, Sarah. Is dyeing her daughter's hair pink. Well, you haven't mentioned her name, Sarah. What is your daughter's name? Let's talk to her. Let's say hello to your daughter's name. And why pink? Do you think I could be a bit of a pink hairdo? What do you reckon? Nice pink hairdo? Something like that? Or maybe turquoise? Turquoise. Do you like turquoise? Sarah, what's her name? Good morning, Ray Reynolds, who's here once again supporting the cause, aren't you? Hello to AE. AE Thazin O. Greetings to you, sir. Ben's there. Hello, Colin. How are you today, Colin? Hope you're well. Colin's always up there liking bits and pieces that I do. Thanks ever so much for that. It's very kind of you. There's a bloke on the radio last night, Nick Abbott. Good morning, Ben. Morning, Ben Parker. Nick Abbott on the radio last night, who says there's so many people now who kind of decide how good they are at anything, but or as a person by the amount of likes they get on Facebook, and you mustn't do that. You mustn't be led by numbers. People often say to me, how many people watch your show? I said, well, I don't know. I'll have a quick look, and you look at it and you tell them what the number is. You know, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes a couple of hundred, sometimes 1,500. You never know. It doesn't matter. And I've always said that. Doesn't matter. This is a little niche show. It's a niche show. There's not millions of people going to watch this. I know I say sometimes, you know, for example, I'm looking up there and it says 17. So I'll say 17 million people watching. And then people say, oh, it's not 17 million. Yes, it is 17 million. They just, you know, if you look at the size of the box, you can't fit the word million in there. That's why they don't put it there. You know, and we have a joke. But it doesn't matter. You know, if one person enjoys what I'm doing, then it was worth doing. You know, that's how I feel about it. Gary says, good morning, Diane Jeb. Diane, don't go away, Diane. Okay? Gary says the cat was on the kitchen floor asleep when he got up. Now at rest in the garden. Oh, you've done that already, have you? Okay. Yeah, good. Not good is get. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm glad that... very, very, very upsetting to lose a pet. Very upsetting to lose a pet. It's a member of the family, isn't it? Especially after 19 years. But in my humble opinion, better that way than having to look at the cat and, oh, you look really ill, let's go to the vet. And then, well, I'm afraid, Gary, got to make that decision now. That's just the most horrible thing to do. So I hope he passed away peacefully and all that, and already in your garden. Have you got a little tree or something like that you're going to put on there? I've got one cat. I think there's a couple of cats buried in my garden, actually. There's a rose tree over one of them. Black cat it was. It wasn't my cat. It was Ronnie's cat. I'm just trying to think of his name now. But he had this massive tumour in his mouth. And it was inside. So you couldn't see it. You couldn't see it. So, why is the cat not eating? Took it to the vet. Massive tumour in the mouth. Nothing you can do. You cut the mouth off. That's it, isn't it? You know, can't eat anymore. Can you imagine if they had to cut my mouth off? Oh, my God, I wouldn't be able to talk. Horrific. Gary, I hope you put a little plant on top, you know, some sort of little rose bush or something like that, and I think you'll find that flourish quite well over your beloved cat. Bless. Ben says I'm the right age now for a pink rinse. Do you think so? Little pink rinse. What do I do with this bit here, though? Because the rinse, do you paint that bit? Do you paint that bit? Incidentally, this is the last day I am 54 years old. This is the last day I am closer to 50 than 60. I just want to point that out today. I know, you're looking at me thinking, no, he's not. Yes, This is the last day I am closer to 50 than 60. Tomorrow I will be midway, and then on Tuesday I will be closer to 60 than 50. That is scary. That is scary because, of course, tomorrow is my birthday. My birthday tomorrow. And already a card has flooded in to the Mirrorball Studios, actually sent via Central Station, because you don't know the address to this, do you? You don't. I can't have fans turning up here, dear. Oh. May I finish this extra strong cup of tea? Oh. Oh, that's lovely. So, Diane Jebb sent in a card to Central Station last night. Look. And not only did she send it in with a first-class stamp, I've had people sending in letters with second-class... A letter arrived here with a second-class stamp on it yesterday. I threw it away. Didn't even open it. If you're going to send stuff, at least splash out on a first-class stamp. Don't embarrass yourself by putting a blue one on there. You know... Blooming cheek. Anyway, so Diane sends this lovely card in, and it's I'm having to be careful. Let me just check this. Nope, the sparkly doesn't come off. Do not send sparkly cards. I can't bear it. Glitter everywhere, dear. Did you read the story about that woman who got a bit of glitter in her eye? Did you read that? Yes, it got all infected. She went to hospital and everything. They thought she had some sort of terrible infection, some sort of tropical infection, because I think she'd been abroad as well. Oh, you don't want to go abroad? Oh, no, dear. Terrible infections out there, dear. Awful, awful infections abroad. Don't go anywhere. Isle of Wight? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's Isle of Wight's okay. You know. But some strange people on the Isle of Wight. Vectis Humphrey. Keep away from him. Dodgy character. He'll drag you into his radio studio and do a show with you. He will, Vectis Humphrey. But yes, but there was no infection in her eye. She had a bit of glitter stuck in there. So please don't send any glitter. Now, there is a bit of glitter on here, but it seems to be quite well stuck on. There we are. Look at that. Happy birthday to me. Oh, look. And it's, ho to Chris. Hope you have a lovely birthday. Love and hugs, Diane Jebb. Thank you, Diane. Oh, there's nothing else in there. Dropped a note somewhere. Have I a 20 quid note or something, have I? Oh. Have you... Thank you, Diane. Let's display this here. Oh, do you know what these are? Do you know what they are? They're the new backdrops. We've got more backdrops. One for the spring, one for the summer. Yes, nice. When should we put the spring one up? April? March, April. We'll put the spring one up. And I've got a summer one. And they're very garden orientated. That's all I'm saying. New backdrops. That's how they arrive, like that. And you spread them out and you literally iron them on the wall. Takes about an hour or so to put something like that up. So I thought I'd show you those. Yes, thank you, Diane. That's very kind of you. Of course, I don't expect you to put money in there or checks. I mean, it would have been nice, to be honest. But you haven't, and that's okay. I don't mind that. No problem at all, my love. Okay, but you know, some of the youngsters now, I think they're horrified when they open their letter and there's only a 20 quid note. I say only. Yeah, only a 20 quid note in there. How much do you want? They expect like 50 or 100 quid in there now, didn't they? Once they get of an age. Oh, so, 20 quid. Oh, thanks very much. I would be over the moon with £20 in an envelope. Unfortunately, Diane, there wasn't one in there. But I would have been over the moon if you'd have sent one. I just want to say that, Diane. If you'd have sent the 20 quid, I would have been so happy and over the moon. I wouldn't have thought to myself, I wish it was 50. I would have been very grateful for that. I mean, the fact that there's not one in there is neither here nor there. I'm just saying if you had done, all right? Thank you, Diane. It is much appreciated. So a card has been received. There's another couple of cards downstairs as well that arrived here, but I think they're probably from family. So there we are. Hello, Sarah. Phoebe. Hello, Phoebe. Hi, Phoebe. That's Sarah's daughter there. Phoebe is in the house with the new pink hair. Phoebe, do you reckon your mum could do my hair pink as well? I don't know if I like pink. I think I'm more of a green person, don't you? I've got my green... I don't usually wear a jumper in here, but I'm a bit chilly today. Good morning to Alan Russell. Good morning, Alan. Elaine's there in Israel. Greetings, Elaine, who says, I love the picture of Her Majesty and Barry, the greatest hits disc. Yes. Have you not seen these before, Elaine? Have you got a small computer screen that it's like that so you can't see anything behind me? Elaine, we love you. Elaine is in the house. Greetings, Elaine. Gary Davidson, get a plaque, really, for your cat. One of those blue ones. Tom lived here or something like that. I wonder if there'd be a plaque outside my house when I go. Although I have been booked by Facebook Live and YouTube to talk for at least another 10,000 years. And believe me, I shall talk for every last second. I really will. Greetings to Dennis Granger, who suggests a purple rinse. Yeah, purple's all right, you know. Purple's, but, you know, people might think I'm like a member of UKIP then. And they start screaming racist and all that business. I did do a little racist joke last night. Would you like to hear it? Would you like to hear it? It wasn't actually a joke. Two of my friends were in there. There's Robert, who's black, and there's Ashley, who's white. And Ashley was play fighting Robert. If you see what I'm hitting him, and the pub was quite full. So I saw this going on, right? But they were playing. They were playing, and I stopped the music. I picked up the mic. I said, "Quick, everyone, look at this. There is a racist incident happening tonight in Central Station. Racism is rife here in Central Station." And actually, he didn't know where to look. And of course, everyone laughed. As usual, boys and girls, there was two people in there who didn't get the joke. They didn't get it. How thick can you be? How thick can you be? The two boys, there's racism going on over there in Central Station now. You know, they are laughing. The two of them are laughing. The audience is laughing. Two people in the audience, I don't get it. Don't get it. Well, how can he say something like that? Because I've got a sense of humour. Stupid people. Alan says, how was the visit to Whetstone? Very well, thank you very much. We will be doing karaoke at the Griffin in Whetstone on Tuesday nights. No date yet, though. Should be happening soon, okay? I haven't got a date yet. They've got to clear that with head office. Now, talking of karaoke, I'm very sorry to announce that the Camden one isn't going to happen. I was pretty sure, I probably jumped the gun, to be honest. I was pretty sure that I won't tell you where it was either now, but I was pretty sure I could pick up a karaoke in Camden at this particular place. Unfortunately, they decided against it, so it's not going to happen now, which disappoints me, which means I'm not working in Camden, and I love working in Camden. I absolutely love working in Camden. It's something very special. There's everyone there, just everyone mixes together. The weird and the wonderful, all together, one big happy pot and family. But no karaoke coming to Camden on a Sunday night at this moment. You never know what will happen in future. At the moment, the one I rung yesterday to get an answer because I was convinced they were going to say yes, and they said no. You know, so there you go. And don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Yes, exactly. Greetings to Michael Phoenix. Morning, Michael. Tomorrow, not really doing anything tomorrow, but on Tuesday, my mate will be taking me out to the Grove Hotel for afternoon tea. Another one of our wonderful afternoon teas. So what do you want to do? I said, I'll do that afternoon tea. He's got another couple booked as well because he got some sort of vouchers, I think. Petite Valerie. That's we haven't done one at Petite Valerie. Yeah, one of those. And because they do them as well. They're dirt cheap there. They're about 20 quid. Oh, there's a special offer, Valentine's offer at the moment. I think he's actually got the Valentine's offer. You know, and when he said, look, I've got this Valentine's offer, I've booked a table for two for afternoon tea. I said, Valentine's? I said, I hope they don't think I'm with you. God's sake, man. I mean, the bloke's 44 years old. I don't want to be seen going out with someone who's 44 years old. How embarrassing is that? Far too old for me. Far too old. Maximum age about 39. No, maximum age about 42. But he looks up because he's got that beard. He's got the beard. I hate beards. I don't mind a bit of stubble. Don't mind a little bit of stubble. Who's got stubble? I think Gary Barlow's got a bit of stubble. No, he's got a beard and it's grey. Or it's old. Makes you look about 200 years old. I don't want to go out with someone like that. What if the people in Petite Valerie were sitting there having their afternoon tea and they bring over a lover or something like that? Oh, I'd be physically sick. Wouldn't you? If you're not with that person, how awful. Anyway, so he's got that booked and the Strand Palace Hotel. Don't know what that's like. Is that? I'm sure that's in London. Is that in the Strand Palace Hotel? Not quite sure exactly where that is. But so we got 3 afternoon teas coming up. 2 in 1 week. God, which is worrying me a bit with the weigh-in on Tuesday. I've got a weigh-in Tuesday. Now, I feel that I've put on a bit of weight. And I think I know what it was. Look. Instant potato. I go to Slimming World for those of you who don't know. Instant potato. I have been below my target. In fact, below my target range. Last week I came up a little bit. This week I need to come up just a little bit more, but I might have overdone it. And what I think this is what's done it. Instant mashed potato from Sainsbury's. Now, Smash instant mashed potato is just smashed up potato. That's all it is. There's nothing else in that. And that is supposed to be a free food, so you can eat as much of that as you want. I went cheap because I saw these for £1. £1 for all that. The Smash one, which is half the content, half the weight, is £2.30. This, and it's 220 grams for £2.30. This is 440 grams for £1. Right? So of course, I didn't read the instructions on there. I just bought 4 boxes of this, put them in the cupboard. It's easy when you get home from work. See? I have a couple of corn steaks, some baked beans or spaghetti, and some smashed potato, rather than waiting for a potato to do in the oven. So I had a packet of this, and I thought, I can smell cream, And then I read the ingredients. Now, as I say, the Smash one is just... So I've read the ingredients on that, and it is just smashed up potato and a bit of salt, probably some sort of preservative in there as well. But look at this one. Ingredients. Dried potato, 90%. Okay. Whole cow's milk powder, cream powder. So... fatty, I don't know what, diglycerides or fatty acids. I don't know what that all is. But there we are. Whole cow's milk and cream powder. And I can smell the cream in it. I don't know how much there is. It says per 200 grams serving. And it says there's 440 grams. Oh, okay. So I just have one packet. So I have 110 grams of one of these. And that would be, less than 1 gram of fat. 0.7 grams of fat, of which 0.4 grams are saturates. So I don't know. I think I shouldn't be eating this. I have a feeling this one is not sin-free. I've looked it up on the Slimming Well calculator. We got an app, and you type stuff into it, and it tells you if it's sin-free or not. I don't think that is. I think I might have made an error there. And I got up this morning, I thought, I feel a little bit fat this morning. I do. You can kind of feel it if it's come on. So I've got to watch out for that, especially with my 2 afternoon teas this week. So I must cut back today. And prepare. I must prepare. Thank you very much. I sent cards with rice inside, so they know it's from Uncle Ben. Very good, Ben. I hope not. I don't want rice emptying all out on my floor here. Rice, incidentally, is a sin-free food, for those of you that want to know. Are you having a stripper at the pub tomorrow? I hope not, Alan. We're not having any of that sort of filth going on my birthday, thank you very much. Strippers, dear? Strippers? What's the point of having strippers on a stage in front of everyone? No, thank you. Much rather be taken into a dark room by someone on my own. Thank you very much. Greetings to Alan Green Day. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Alan. Much appreciated. Spring is March. Okay, so we'll change that probably in March. March, April. We'll see how it goes. Because I have got new backgrounds now. New backgrounds for different seasons of the year. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? You see, no expense spared here at the Mirrorball Studios. None at all. Alan says Adam's been banned for 48 hours for racist status. Has he really? What did he put? Oh, no, you better not put it, actually. Has he really? He's a naughty, but he's not racist, is he? What's all that about? Or was it a statement that he didn't consider racist that someone was offended by? Oh, God. None of us are racist here. If there are any racist people here, please go. We don't have any of that on here. Everyone's together. That's what we like. Can you just imagine if everyone was the same? If everyone was white and or everyone was black or everyone was brown, how boring would that be? Huh? No, we want all sorts of different people. All sorts of different people here. That's what we want. Greetings to Philip Dove. Greetings, Philip. Welcome to the show. Hello to Laura. Can you shout out Auntie Kath? Oh, God. Oh, Auntie Kath has passed away. I'm sorry, Laura. Was she very special to you, darling? Was she? Auntie Kath, so rest in peace to Auntie Kath this morning. Thoughts are with Lee and Zoe Thompson and her children. Think you know Lee, do I? Don't know. Send me a little private message with a little link there, and I'll have a look at that. Reply to you personally later. All right, Laura, rest in peace to Auntie Kath. Sorry about that, darling. Good morning to Huda. A lot of people passing away at the moment. I go on the Facebook thing, and I don't think there's a day goes by now without seeing someone who's gone, or a lot of mothers of people my age. I noticed that a lot of parents of people my age seem to be passing on. I think I lost my mum quite early. I was only 37 at the time, and I mean, there's not a day goes past that I don't think about her. Probably not an hour, actually. Not an hour goes past without me thinking about her. Hello to Andy Baker. Good morning to you, Andy. Merlin's there. Hello, Merlin. Merlin. Greetings to you. All right. Good. What else have I done this morning? I've cleaned I showed you the potato. Oh, I've got new socks. I love showing you stuff. I bought. Yeah, new socks. Look at these. Now, these... I'll show you the old socks first. All right? And then we've got some news stories to do. Old socks. Bit thick. It's okay, they are clean. Oh, let me see. I think I put some of those little smelly balls in. The little smelly balls. I can't think what they're called now. You get a tip. They're a bit expensive, really. I'm not going to buy any more. Oh, hang on. What's that on there? It's like there's a bit of dinner on there or something. These are my old socks. Here are the new socks. You ready for these? Look at these. Look at the difference in these. Oh, yes. Woolen socks here. Look at the difference. Look. I mean, you can see the quality, can't you? And these are lovely, thick. Oh, thick. And these haven't been worn yet. They're new. Oh, isn't it lovely? I mean, such pleasure out of a pair of socks. It really is. Good morning, sis. My sister Sharon Butler joins us this morning. Morning, Sharon. New socks, lovely. Amazon. I think you get about 3 pairs for about £6, and they're woolen, and they're lovely and warm. They really are. The only thing is, if you've got a bit of a tight shoe, I nearly said something else then. If you've got a bit of a tight shoe, they will be you might not be able to get them on with the new thick socks on, okay? Oh, look, there he is. Vectis Huntfree joins us this morning. Good morning, Vectis. Lost his mum when he was 21. Gosh. That's so young, Vectis, isn't it? It's so young to lose your mother. Those of you that have lost a parent, can I ask you, when you're on your own, in your house, do you walk around and talk to them? I bet you do. I do it all the time. All the time. Before bed, while I'm walking. Sometimes I'll sit at the piano downstairs, playing away. What would you like to hear today, Mum? I asked her something the other day. Actually, sis, I don't know if my sister's still listening. I have to say to you, I've got to tell you this. I didn't tell you this on the phone. As you know, boys and girls, I often think what it would be like to move up near my sister, because that's where all the people I love are. There's my sister. Well, I sort of love her. You know what I mean? A brother-sister thing. I kind of love her. All right? It's just the roast potatoes that put me off, sis. You've got to learn to do those roast potatoes, darling. White roast potatoes are not doing it for me, lovey. I keep threatening to take her up Aunt Bessie's. She's not pleased with that. And I do talk to my mum and I ask her things. And it's often come across my mind many, many times, believe me, almost daily, to move up near my sister. Maybe not necessarily in the same village, maybe 5 miles out, whatever. So we're not on top of each other, but it's often because they're all up there. There's my sister, my 2 nephews, Gary and Jimmy, my niece Tracy, then my nephew's children, Olivia, Harry, Evie, and my niece's children, James, Emily, and George. And I love it. I love it. Mucking around with the children, dragging them along the floor, chucking them onto the settee. I love it. And it often comes across, and I sat at the piano only last week, actually. Only last week. And I said, I don't know what to do, Mum. What do you think? Should I go up there? And really loud, I heard in my head, stay put. Stay put. So that's what she told me, That was her voice. That don't necessarily mean I will stay put, of course. Because I don't listen to anyone, really. I just do my own thing now. So that was her advice. But that doesn't mean I can't go up there, and spend time up there longer than I do at the moment. I mean, certainly, I think last year I went up there quite a few times in comparison. I suppose as one gets older, you can go up for a week. Go up for a whole week, 5, 6, 7 times a year. If I wanted to, I could do anything. Lucky. Do anything at all, couldn't I, really? Hello to Larry Jennings in Leeds, Maine, USA. Are you in Maine, Larry? Oh, I've been there. Oh, 1979, I was in Leeds, in Maine. I was with the Scouts at the time, actually, Larry. I hope you're still with us. I know you sent that message a little while ago. But 1979, I was with the Scouts in Maine High Adventure Park, or place it was. Oh, what a fantastic time. Canoeing and walking. We did the 50-mile, I don't know if you know it, the 50-mile badge. It was a badge that you had to walk and canoe for 50 miles in the lakes and all that in Maine, USA. 1979. What a fantastic place that is. And I always said I would go back there at some point, and I will. I will go back to Maine. Diane says my mum passed in November 2016, so not long ago for you, Diane. Only just over a year, isn't it? I talk to her all the time too, so yeah, I know you do. Vectis has got to go and broadcast to millions. What time are you on then, Vectis? Are you 12 o'clock? Oh, I don't want to go over 12 o'clock, Vectis. You'll have no listeners. They'll stay with me, won't they? Huh? Oh, dear me. Cool. Oh, we're terrible this morning. We really are. Good. Joanna also always talks to her mum there. So, yeah, I mean, we all do, don't we? Speak to mum. She passed when I was 22 years old. 22! Oh, so many younger. I thought I was having a bad time when mine went at 37. Gosh. Hello to Jonathan, who says, maybe you can move up there when you retire. Are you planning anywhere exciting for your summer holiday? Well, I'm kind of waiting to hear from someone, but I can't say who and how. I know that sounds really stupid, but it will come to light. It will come to light. Don't worry where I'll be going on holiday. I haven't decided yet. No, haven't decided yet. I still watch the New York video. Did the glass picture remain intact? Oh, I can't remember now. What was the glass picture I brought back from New York? Trying to remember that. I can't remember that one, though. I can't remember that one. Sarah had a little stillborn baby girl, Ebony Jane. She would have been 21 now. Gosh. I still say goodnight to her before I sleep. Oh. Alan says, when I was with my ex about 17 years ago, she had a massive argument, went down to the kitchen, then in the corner of my eye, I saw my nan in the mirror. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. She said, when Saffron comes up, look at her wrist. She walked into the bedroom and I grabbed her wrist. She cut herself. Spooky or what? Wow. I do believe in spirits and things like that. I do. There's one in this house actually. Well, I have a spirit in here that looks after me. I have never felt it or experienced anything that it's done, but other people who have stayed here have, and I've told this story several times. And the incidents are, my mate Steve was staying here, and he'd be in the living room, and I got a phone call at work saying, can you come home? Someone's walking around in your bedroom. That's one. Another lad who was staying here, long time ago, I'm going back here, 18 years, Lee, his name was Lee. He was staying here. And again, I was at work and the phone rang. He said, there's something very strange going on in your house. I said, why is that? He said, well, I was sitting at your piano and it suddenly went icy cold. Icy cold. He said, no, I don't want to be in here. And then another occasion, I had a lodger, Lewis. And I got home again and he said, there's something very strange going on in here tonight. I said, why is that? He said, well, there's someone walking around upstairs. He said, and your video recorder keeps coming on and turning itself off again. 3 incidents. But nothing to me. When I go away from here, it's very, and it happens very quickly. After 1 or 2 days, I feel drawn back. I absolutely feel drawn back to here. I feel warm. I feel the house wants me to be here. Whoever's here wants me here. But it doesn't always want anyone else. I don't know if my mate, because Ronny has probably stayed here more than anyone else. Members of the family who have stayed, my sister's husband, nephews, nieces, they've all stayed here. Nothing. It's other people who, dare I say, I don't necessarily want here anymore. And some things happen. So there is someone here. I don't know who it is, but obviously protecting my interests here. And does that scare me? No, not at all, because I'm on the same side as it. We're on the same side, so to speak, you know. It's quite a nice feeling to want to come, to be wanting to come home and feeling, you know, I open the door, I walk in and I close the door and I lock it. So there's only me and whoever else is here, if you see what I mean. It is a nice feeling. I don't know if you have had any experiences like that yourselves at all. Back to some of your messages here. Merlin says, I don't find I talk to my dad. It's coming up to just over a year, but I find that I often think about him and say, oh, Dad would love this. Well, yeah. I think sometimes, Merlin, you can sort of perhaps sit there or something and listen. Just listen. Listen. Did you hear that? That was the date changing now. You can just listen and see if anything comes into your head. Is it someone speaking to you, or is it your own mind, you know, talking to you? It's difficult to know, isn't it, really? We don't know. But I certainly do believe in spirits and things like that, yes. Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. My sister Laura and Mum are white witches. I'm a clairvoyant. Well, what should I do, Alan? What do you think I should do? Any messages for me today, Alan? That's the question. Sarah says, was it your childhood home? No, this wasn't my childhood home. That would be in Roehampton. Peckham first and then Roehampton. I moved out here about 26 years ago. And the story of coming here, actually, we're not going to get to these news stories, are we now? We're not going to get to these. It doesn't matter. We've gone off on a different direction, but that doesn't matter. That's the way this little show goes. The story of this house, I went to look at lots of different houses, okay? And it was me and 2 mates who were coming here. My mate Steve and Ian. I think it was Ian as well. And gone round to loads of different places in different areas as well. Bracknell was not even in my head. And someone said, what about Bracknell? Oh, where's that then? Oh, it's down the M. Oh, yeah, well, we'll try that one. We've tried everything else. Let's have a look at this one. And I got here, and my mate and my other 2 mates had already been here. And as I pulled round the corner, my mates come up to me. I said, all right, Steve. He said, oh, this one's nice. I said, is it? I said, what one is it? He said, the one down the end. And I looked from the road, still sat in my car, and I said, that's the one. I knew straight away. It was almost as if I was drawn here. I knew straight away that this was the place for me. Parked the car, got out, come down, and I can't remember who showed me around there. I think it was a lady, and she'd cut the grass. It was lovely and hoovered inside. And I wanted to be here. And immediately I made an offer within half an hour of leaving. Well, I think I got in my car and I made an offer. Rung up straight away. I can't remember. Did I have a mobile phone then? Probably not. No, I think we had to use a normal telephone. On wires! Good God! And that was it. That's where I am now. Okay. Darren says his niece died in 2013, just 14. Brain tumour. One day I found this beautiful forest behind Barcelona, where I live. I really felt there. I really felt her there with me. So whenever it's her birthday or anniversary, I go and leave her gifts, flowers, bangles. I'm not sure if her spirit is there, but I see her in butterflies or other creatures around. Yeah, I go to Mum's grave and I take a birthday cake down there every year. Every year I take my mum's birthday cake down there and I have a slice of cake and I leave it there. I leave it there, leave the cake there. After having a couple of slices, mind. Yeah, mum wouldn't want me to go without having a piece of her cake. 2 pieces, sometimes 3 pieces, sometimes half a cake I have. Thank you. Merlin says, I'm very aware that when I'm away, I feel the house misses me. Jason, that's his other half, is adamant there is someone here and keeping an eye out for me. Last time I was in New York for work, Jason was in hospital and I got the feeling something was wrong and I should return home. So I got the first flight to find he was... And then it stops. Oh, you haven't finished that, Merlin? Did you run out of letters? Did you run out of sentences? Ooh. Beg your pardon. Beg your pardon. Last time I was in New York for work, I haven't read that right, have I, at all? Jason was in hospital and I got the feeling something was wrong and I should return home. So I got the first flight to find he was in hospital, obviously, I suppose. Yeah, that must be. Yeah, sorry. I'm not reading that right, am I? Getting carried away. Lee and a shout out to Lee and Zoe. Yeah, I did that earlier, darling. Did you hear that, Laura? Doesn't matter. Let's do it again. Hello to Lee and Zoe who lost their mum this morning. You're right. Yeah, send us a little private message, Laura. Okay, darling. I'm sorry, Lee and Zoe, about your mum this morning. Yeah, not easy. Not easy. I won't say that it gets easier. I don't think it does get easier. You learn to live with it. That's as simple as that. You have to learn to live with it. It won't get any easier. You just have to learn to live with it, darling. All right, rest in peace. Rest in peace. All right. Kath. Her name was Kath. Greenwich local legend. Local legend, Kath. Rest in peace. All right. Okay. Let's go on to a couple of stories for you, boys and girls. I have got... a little thing here. Those of you that live on your own, who's on their own? Not necessarily live on your own. Not necessarily live on your own. But those of you who are on your own, do you sometimes feel, all these people, and they all come up to you, don't they? Oh, have you got a girlfriend yet? Or have you got a boyfriend yet? No, I haven't got one. Oh, don't worry. There's someone for everyone. Do you know, I do not believe that. I do not believe there is someone for everyone. Absolutely, categorically, do not believe that there is someone for everyone. I'm sorry to say that, but that's how I feel. I've never found mine. Where are they? Where are they then? Why is there no one here? But is that so much of a bad thing? And I have often been out somewhere, perhaps, and there we are, another couple rowing, and she's screaming at her, and he's screaming at her, and she's screaming at him, and he's screaming at him. Oh, just rowing and moaning. And I think, I haven't got any of that. I ain't got any of that. I don't have to worry. I think I'll go on holiday tomorrow. There's no one to say, oh, I can't go tomorrow. No, I can just go. Just go. Well, Wayne Martin, regular correspondent to this programme, but he never returns phone calls, unfortunately, do you, Wayne? But there we are. One of those things, dear. You get text messages. You're one of those people. Why do people do that? You ring them. Okay, they're not in. You might leave a message. And you get a text message back. Sorry, I couldn't answer your call. Hours later. Why didn't you just ring back? What's all that about? Can't you just ring back when you're free? It doesn't send a message. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I wasn't here. Why didn't you just ring back then? What do you want me to do? Ring again? I think some of these people have got to be deleted. Delete, 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 delete. They must be deleted, dear. So here we are. Wayne writes on his wall. For all you... So let's have a different camera angle. Hello. For all you so eager, this is on Wayne's Facebook page this morning. For all of you so eager to have relationships because everything is perfect, here's some food for thought. lifelong being single is not what most people think it is. And I have been really lifelong single. The longest relationship I've had, I think, was about 2.5 years, 3 years maybe, with my my ex-wife, I suppose, really, who obviously was an ex at the time. The next one would have been about 1.5 years, with who is my best mate, Ronny. Now, really, I think really they're my longest. So, I mean, you could say I've been lifelong single, really. Nothing longer than that, I'm afraid. It says lifelong single. Being single is not what most people think it is. It's not waking up every morning to make breakfast alone. It's not cuddling the pillow in bed until you fall asleep peacefully at night. It's not a clean home filled with laughter and love every day. It's no one to steal all the covers. It's no slammed doors and a few harsh words at times. It's no stubbornly disagreeing and giving each other the silent treatment until your hearts heal, and then forgiveness. Because if you're alone, you're always right. It's not coming home to the same person every day, but be a tart on Grindr and Tinder. It's laughing about the one time you accidentally did something stupid all the time. It's about dirty laundry and unmade beds without finger pointing. It's about eating the cheapest and easiest meal you can make and sitting down at any time to eat because I want to. It's when you have an emotional breakdown and you lay down and tell yourself everything is going to be okay and you believe yourself that makes you absolutely insane. Being single is not perfect. Sometimes it's hard, but it is amazing and you can do what you like. And one of the best things you'll ever experience. So I don't know what you think about that one. Singletons who are with us this morning. Do you agree with that? Oh, where were we now? We're there. Come back here. Come here. Do you agree with that? Are you happy single? I think I probably am, really. Sometimes you get a little bit lonely now and again, I'd like to go out, someone come round or something like that. I could pick up anyone, but pick up anyone, not my age, dear. I could probably ring up a dozen people if I wanted to. Do you fancy going out for a pizza or something like that? I could probably do that if I wanted to. And then come home, close the door in this lovely place, get into bed, stretch out like that. So I do sleep like that sometimes. I just like on my back like that. I sleep like that, like a starfish. Then I turn over. I might pass wind. There's no one to worry. Don't matter. Walk around want to go to the toilet. Get out of bed naked. Walk to the toilet. Don't matter. Leave the door open. Make as much noise in the toilet as I want. No one to moan. I haven't got to worry about doing food in a certain way. I don't like my potatoes like that. Or something like that. I haven't got to worry about that. Can you do the eggs a bit longer? No, don't bother me. We'll just do the eggs. Oh, they're done. That's it. Don't matter. Merlin says relationships are funny things. Even though I have Jason, I spend a lot of time away, and I love it that no one has to clean up after no one to steal the covers. Yeah, no one to steal the covers. That's the worst thing ever. I think the last... No, it wasn't the last. But I used to sleep with one of my cats, JD. Honestly, and when I say sleep with her, she would be she would climb under the covers and sleep next to me. I'm going back here about 28 years now, when I used to have a flat in Wandsworth in southwest London. And I stopped sleeping with her because one day I woke up and she was trying to push me out of the bed. Her 4 paws were pushing against me like that, trying to get me out of bed. Cats don't seem to worry if you pass wind under the covers, do they? Have you noticed that? Have you got a dog or a cat? I know you're not supposed to sleep with your pets, but it's nice, isn't it? Katie, the cat I had up to last year before she died, she would sleep on the bed, not recently. This is a couple of years back. I had to stop it because it was causing me breathing problems with her coming into the house. But she would sleep so close to me that I could feel her breath on my bottom lip. Katie the cat. Oh, she was lovely. She was. Merlin goes on to say, we do spend time together, but it's limited and it's perfect. Limited time together. That's what I need, Merlin. That's what I need. Believe me, Merlin, after a couple of hours, I've had enough of someone. I want to go. It's true. Isn't it terrible that I'm like this? And yet you're still there, you know. How long have we been here now? About half hour? Have we been... oh, no, about an hour. Good God. Where's it go, eh? We've been chatting for an hour this morning, and I don't mind you there. I'm all right. But if I was sitting next to you, probably after a couple of hours, well, I better go now. You know, make some excuse. I'm off. That's it. Is anyone else like that? Can you not, like, spend, even with my best mate? Even with my best mate? After a couple of hours, oh, I think I'll go now, you know. Okay, and he understands. Tolerance level. He calls it tolerance level. Merlin goes on to say, we do spend time together, but it's limited and it's perfect. Even though when we go, he seems to spend a lot of time on his phone playing Candy Crush instead of deep, meaningful relationships. Oh, they sit there on them bloody mobile phones, don't they? Tap, tap, tap all the time when you should be talking to someone, for God's sake, man. Oh. Julian says, Miguel and I have been together for 15 years. My longest relationship ever. Oh, that's wonderful. Good morning to Heidi, who joins us this morning. Morning, Heidi. Darren says, one thing I love about being alone is not having to clock watch when I'm out. I can please myself and go home whenever I choose. Oh, yes. Oh, I know that one, dear. I know that one. Oh, I was going out with someone, and if I was a couple of minutes late home from work, oh, you're 5 minutes late. Where have you been? Oh, no, I can't have any of that. Go away. No. Not having any of that. Sarah says there's no shame in being single. I can't bear it when people come out of the relationships and hop straight into another. Oh, I know loads like that, don't they? They're straight into another. But they seem to get people like that. And bang, they're married again. Ain't they? Be alone, enjoy your solitude, get to know yourself and make the most of the freedom. A lot to be said for being single. And there's another bloke, actually, I know. Lovely chap he is. And, I've got to be careful now. He might not want to be identified. But he has a certain hobby. He has a hobby. Okay, just like a normal type hobby type thing. And he's very good at it. And he told me he'd split up with his wife. And I said, are you a bit upset? He said, you're joking, aren't you? He said, I can go out and do my hobby now. I couldn't do it when I was with her. So it's true. It's true. I mean, it could have been, the other way around, of course. Doesn't matter. Just one of those things. Diane says, I agree, you can do whatever you want when you want. I don't mind being single. Well, one of the things you can do, of course, is send me birthday cards, Diane. Thank you very much, darling. Where is it now? Oh, it's displayed behind me. Look at my little birthday card from Diane that she sent to Central Station. Thank you. Mike says, I get lonely now and again, but I love my single life. I think, and Mike, I know you have, hello, Mike. All right, welcome to the show. You have a lot of hobbies as well. And this is the thing, if I was with someone, I don't think I'd be able to come up and talk to you every morning. Where would I find the time to do that? And do my music and chat show, which incidentally is on tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Music and chat show, uploadradio.com. Fancy try. I thought I did quite a good show for that. I thought that is recorded. I won't lie to you. I do usually record that one. And that's on tomorrow. I think it was quite good tomorrow. I listened back to it. How sad is that? How sad is that to record a radio show, music and chat show, and then play it to yourself in the car? That's sad, isn't it? Well, the reason I play it on the car, because the only thing you got on a Saturday night on LBC and Talk Radio, I mean, how stupid to do it both at the same time. Sex chat. It's about 8 o'clock, I think it is, on a Saturday night. Sex chat. So if you've got any sex questions, you ring up some old bag's on the other end of the phone answering your questions. Why is it always a woman doing that? Have you noticed that? Whenever they have those sex chats, which I find totally and utterly uninteresting. Can we have a technology programme on, please? Talking about the latest gadgets. Oh, hello, and let's go and speak to, let's choose a name here. Here we are. Let's speak to Alan. Let's speak to Alan. Good morning, Alan. How are you this morning? Hello, hello. We've got to think of a suitable name for the sex doctor. Divinia. That sounds good. Divinia. That sounds like a sex doctor. Oh, good morning, Divinia. And what's the problem, Mark? Well, I've been with my wife 50 years now, and we don't seem to be able to do it anymore. Can you help? Yes, and she'll answer with some comment. My answer would be yes, of course. I can find something. My advice would be to get rid of her and get someone else in as quickly as possible. I just think it's so boring, these sex chat blooming programs on the radio, and they're both doing it at 8 o'clock on Saturday night, so you can't go to the other one because that one's doing it. So what do? I listen to my own radio show. Fantastic. And I have a wonderful time listening to that. I actually listen back to it to see if I can find faults in it. Sometimes there's so many faults in it. I'm like, oh my God, can I let that one go out? I just let it go. No one ever notices anyway. Diane Jebb is a regular listener to my little show, aren't you, darling? Let's have a look here. Darren Lee Wick says, I love spending time alone. I rarely get bored. No, me neither. Alan, when did you meet Ronnie, my best mate? That would have been in a Black Cap, actually. It's about 20, 38, 40, 54. It's about 26 years ago. I was DJing and I had my back to the bar. And the barman says, oh, someone wants to buy you a drink. I thought, hello. Because I used to bought quite a lot of drinks in those days. Not so much now, but there you go, one of those things. But then I used to get part of it. I said, oh, who is it? That one at the bar. And there was Ronnie standing there. And he had the most awful pair of dungarees on you've ever seen in your life, with one strap open down. I don't know why. It was a fashion thing. I looked at him. I thought, yeah, he's all right. And I said, yeah, well, yeah, okay, thanks very much. So I said, so I took the drink, put a record on. We played records in those days. I was straight down at the bar. I said, all right, what's your name? And so that was it. And I went out with him for, I think, about a year. We became boyfriends for about a year, something like that. But I was naughty boy, so I mucked it up. One of those things. And then we didn't see each other for ages after it finished. We became friends. Then we had a row. Didn't speak for several years. And now he's like best mate. And that's the story there. Is that all right? Is that a nice little story for you? Eh? You like that, didn't you? Jonathan says, was the Black Cat in Lewisham? No, it wasn't. The place in Lewisham. No, I think there is a Black Cat in Lewisham. No, the Black Cap, C-A-P. It was in Camden town, and it's closed now, unfortunately. There is a lovely, wonderful group of people who are trying to get it reopened again, and they're doing their best, and I hope that it happens, and I hope that if it happens, I get a little night there doing my karaoke. Maybe even an 80s DJ night if it was possible. I don't know, but you never know. It's one of those things. So, Merlin says, I know when I'm away, the cats sleep on my side of the bed. When I get back, I have to fight for it back. I find my tolerance level is limited to about 15 minutes. What with the cat? Hello to Kelly Kim. Good morning, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. It's afternoon now, isn't it? Look at the time. I don't involve my boyfriend with my hobbies. They are my getaway and it's needed. I love him, but I still need to be a free spirit with my hobbies. He has the same thing with his, and then at least we can talk about the things in the evening. Yeah, I think I'm a free spirit, Kelly. I knew a dear old lady. Her name was Grace. And I met her in hospital when I had a burst appendix. This would be the year that Diana died. And I remember being in the hospital, and I'd had the operation and to remove the appendix, and then it started going a bit wrong. It was getting infected, and the infection wouldn't go, and I ended up in the hospital. I think it was 2 weeks, I think, and I was off work for a long time. I got the what is it called, peritonitis. I got that as well because it had burst and leaked into me. So I was very lucky, really, to get away with that one. But a lady befriended me in a hospital. Her name was Grace. She died last year, and I kept in contact with her all these years. I went round to her house a couple of times, and she did us dinner and all that business, which was nice. And I took her a plant round, and she was an elderly lady. I can't remember what she had wrong with her. And she died last year, and I didn't know. I hadn't rung for some time, but my phone calls were not regular. They were like once a year, something like that. And then I had a man put in a new window in one of the properties I own. And I knew the man, and he's like, all right, Chris, how are you? So I went round to check the work and all that and to pay the money and what have you. And he said, oh, by the way, did you know Mrs. So-and-so had died? I said, Mrs. who? Mrs. So-and-so. I said, who do you mean? Grace. I said, she didn't. Yeah. Oh, what happened? It might have been the year before, actually. Was it either last year or the year before? I said, what happened was she went into hospital with something, I can't remember, picked up a chest infection and died there. Sad, isn't it? Sad, isn't it? But yes, the reason I mentioned her is that she used to talk to me about her husband who had passed on some years before. And she said he was a free spirit. They were together, but they used to go out and do their own thing and then come back together again. I think possibly that's someone who I'm looking for, who will let me do the things I do, as well as being with me like that. And that's very, very hard to find someone like that, I think. And I don't think I will find them. I honestly don't think I will find them, Kelly Kim. All right. Mike Ball says, Clive Ball on LBC has a technology feature one day of the week. Last night I listened to Matt Stadlen. What a bore. Totally agree, Mike. Totally agree. Boring. Matt Stadlen, boring as hell. What did he start with? Yes. Oh, he started with that subject I hate so much. I don't even like to say the word. It begins with A. It ends in N. And it's about babies not being born. You know the word, don't you? Please don't put it on there. I can't bear that word, and that all that subject does my head in. That does, it really does. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there on the show. All right, it's a bit too serious for me. But he started off the show with that, and I thought, oh, here we go. And as soon as I hear it, because I like Nick Abbott, I love Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott's fantastic. He's hilarious, especially when the lights go out. I love it when the lights go out in the studio, don't they? They've got something. Nick Abbott's on LBC. He's on Friday nights and Saturday nights, 10 till 1 in the morning. And for some reason, whenever he's in there, the lights go out because they've got some sort of timer or something. And if you don't move around enough, they just go out. I love it when the lights go out. Oh, dear. Mike says, I do the same. Listen to my own compositions and radio shows. I actually listen to it for faults. That's why I listen to it. But tomorrow's music and chat show, you'll be able to hear that tomorrow morning. Uploadradio.com tomorrow morning or tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. And if you can't make it then you can just use the listen back feature after 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I always put a little post on my Facebook. If you're not on my Facebook, it's facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. All right. There you go. Mike says it. He knows the word. It's too sensitive an issue, Chris. I wouldn't put anything like that on your show. No, I don't want to do it. Don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. I have very, very strong feelings about that one. And you just upset people and, you can't say that. And, oh, no, don't want to do it. Don't want to go there. Hello to Kunwa, isn't it? Kunwa. If wife is silent type, what would the husband's life be? What would the husband's life be? Probably boring, I suppose. I mean, I suppose you don't get with someone to sit there in silence all the time, do you? Really? Andy, yes, no Sunday karaoke, I'm afraid. It's not going to happen. I did mention that right at the beginning of the show. I jumped the gun a bit, to be honest, Andy. I was convinced that it was just a case of, when do you want to start? And it was a no. It was a no, and I was really surprised at that. Sorry about that. I know there is a call for Camden karaoke on a Sunday night. At the moment, I don't have one. Really sorry about that. I was disappointed as well. I'm disappointed, and it's never the money, never the money. I'm telling you now. I was disappointed because I think there's a call for Sunday karaoke in Camden. Always has been. So we wait and see. All right. Okay, gang. Let's do today's birthdays. I've not any no time to do any stories at all, have I? Because I want to go and do my dinner now. I want to do my dinner. Happy birthday today. Do. One moment, please. Only 5 birthdays today. Chad Bailey is 30 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Chad. Eric Crespin. Eric Crespin, 49, Eric. Gosh. Eric, wonderful man. He's French. And I worked with him on many occasions in skiing resorts in France and Italy. And also a summer holiday, I think, or 2 in Italy as well, in Sardinia. And can't remember the other place. Sardinia. There was another one. Not Seychelles. Where's the other place? Can't remember. It's Sardinia. And I was DJing and sort of hosting for him on stage in some Club Med resorts. And we did that for a few years together, about 6 or 7 years, I think it was. And I had a whale of a time doing those. It was wonderful, except for the Ryanair flights. They weren't fun at all, Ryanair flights. But it's, wonderful. And I really, really enjoyed working with you, Eric. I know you do something completely different. He owned a holiday company, Alternative Holidays, which is sold now and is run by someone else. And they kind of took a different direction with it. And I came out of it. I didn't want to do it anymore, so I came out of that after a while. But wonderful, wonderful times I had on those alternative holidays. Happy birthday, Eric. Always remember you are. And thank you for the work. 49 years old today. Happy birthday today, 30 years old, to Kasey Adams. Happy birthday, Kasey. Carol Coogan Parlante. Happy birthday, Carol. And Sheryl Pierce. It's Sheryl, Auntie Sheryl. Auntie Sheryl is the carer for one of my great nieces, Olivia, who is severely disabled, and Sheryl does the caring for her. She's also the sister of Stacey, and she is 37 years old today. So let us sing happy birthday to you all. Da 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 da. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chad, Eric, Kasey, Carol and Sheryl. Happy birthday to you. All right, happy birthday, everyone. Have a lovely day, gang. Found a lot of messages. Michael says, I saw you at Stoke Park for high tea. Think you was with your friend Ronnie there. Yes, were you there? You weren't working there or something, were you, Michael? Were you at Stoke Park when we went there? This was a couple of months ago now. Now, Stoke Park, I'm probably going to turn up there again at some point with my Auntie Brenda. Because I haven't been out with her for ages now. And I think she'd really like her. She lives in Tring in Hertfordshire. And I don't think that's very far away from Stoke Park. So I might go up there. Do you work there then, Michael? Or did you just see the pictures or something? What was it? Do let us know, okay? Andy says, shame about the karaoke. Yeah, it is really. It is a shame, but there you go. It's one of those things, unfortunately. They didn't want it, so that's it. The next karaoke is tomorrow night, boys and girls, at Central Station. Karaoke tomorrow night, Central Station, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross, 8 till 11:30 with the cheap drinks. That's every Monday night. All right. I should be with you tomorrow morning, around about 9 o'clock. We do an early Monday morning, around about 9:15 in the morning for a little chat show, followed by my Upload Radio show, uploadradio.com, for the music and chat show. All right. Apart from that, have a lovely Sunday, boys and girls. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to go and do my dinner now. Yum, yum, yum. I've got beetroot burgers. And I'm going to have either baked beans or spaghetti and a lovely jacket potato. Oh, I do like a jacket potato. And I like to do it too much there. Michael says I used to work there as a porter in between my filming jobs. Right, okay. Well, we was up in Stoke Park. I think it was about 2 months ago. I think in November, December time we was up there, if I remember rightly. Do you want me to look up when we were there? I can probably find it. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. I'll tell you when it was. I've got it. I don't know. Did you see the video we made in Stoke Park or not, Michael? Let's see if I can find it for you. One moment, please. I might find a YouTube. There it is, a YouTube. Oh, October. Blimey, October. It was October we were there. I'll tell you what, I'll put a little link if I can do that somehow. Just in case you didn't see it. Now, how do I do that? Ooh, yeah. Comment? Can I comment? Oh, yes, I can. There we are. There we are. Stoke Park video. There we are. Is that going to work? Let's try that. Oh. No. Hang on a minute. I'll get it going in a minute. Hang on. There it is. There you go. So there it is. That's it there. Thursday, 19th of October. All right, Michael. Have a little look at that. It was a lovely place, Stoke Park, I must say. But we do like our afternoon teas. We really do. Have a lovely Sunday, boys and girls. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Thanks very much for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.